Well, you can be whatever Jeff. You can be.
There's Cookout Jeff. There's
Happy Jeff.
At the Lake Jeff.
Oh, Happy
There's
Jeff does not
Happy
exist.
Jeff.
I don't think that's a thing.
You could be Sad Jeff. You could be Happy Jeff. You could be
Sad Jeff.
There's always sad Jeff.
Horny Jeff. Have we done Horny Jeff?
Kinda
He just
getting
talks
there now.
about like just prostate after prostate.
Kind of get like he's giving you the whole prostate.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves his prostate.
It's weird. It's weird, Kyle.
Or it's a thing.
It's weird.
I'm considering it.
Considering what?
Whatever gets your prostate fucking going, you know? Sometimes you
Checking
gotta
your
get that shit
prostate.
checked. Wait, how's that work?
They got to go in there.
Like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever. I ain't,
But
I ain't no
who-
bitch. Hey, baby.
This is-
We got some new shit to try. No,
That's right.
Called the prostate.
I just want to make sure it's good. But, well, like, all right, so if the whole thing, hit the intro first. All right, so
Prostate.
the whole prostate, you know, busting a nut with somebody fucking with your prostate combo is, like, I've never really understood it. So, like, if a woman does it and you come, why doesn't it happen with a doctor?
I mean, is the
Like-
doctor actively massaging
No,
it?
the way they explain it is like you can't stop it, you just bust.
Just I don't know that it's instant. I don't know.
I don't know either, but that's
Ask Jeff.
the way they ask. That's the way they
need
talk
to find.
about it.
We need Jeff for this.
We need
the other
Chat
Jeff.
GPT.
What are you talking about? Listen.
That's the thing. You don't know this?
So when a woman plays with your balls or holds your balls, you probably get hard. When a
Right.
doctor holds your balls and go cough, do you get hard?
No.
All right, it's a different setting. It's just not the.
It's like jujitsu.
Well, the way, all right, well, maybe I'm just ignorant to the fact, but the way they explain it is there's like a spot where
magic.
you just bust all, like just without, like you can't help
Spontaneous.
it. So even if you're used to controlling your shit hard or not, you just come, no matter what. It's just a come button. It's just come
that's
button.
probably
Come
not
button.
true.
You don't think it's
probably
true?
just- no.
Let's ask AI.
It's
probably not
probably
true.
just it's talking about like something that's taboo for people. It's the new sensation that they weren't expecting or something.
That's probably a very measured take.
Is there
Kevin?
a come button? Wait, what was your take?
That it's just new and fresh for people, so it's just this new experience.
Oh, that's my take on people eating ass. That's exactly that. There's better things you could do with your time. It's like that. There's really not that much benefit for the woman. That it's just like one of these. Oh, it's
But
so
listen,
kinky that you're eating
it's just
ass.
a new sensation on the body part. It's like if you were only used to a girl like dry humping you for your whole life, and then all of a sudden she sticks it in and you get a wet pussy. That you're probably that kind of thing.
How do you
So
do it?
it's
What do
just
you do? What do you
I wish.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, I screwed up the camera. You Jeff the camera.
You did Jeff
full
the
Jeff
camera
mode.
coming
Well,
all over the place.
Listen,
Is there a come
for a
button?
good cause.
Is there a come button for men through prostate?
But yeah, I wish I could make that a sound.
What?
That
I'll record it for you.
shit?
we can. Yeah, I'll just have to go back and get it.
I want my
It's work.
peace put on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always thought that was
Really?
but,
Because I do it so well?
Yeah, you do it the exact same. way
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother was a DJ. I don't know if that makes a fuck.
Okay, Kyle. Thank you for
Sunday. Okay, here we go. Chat GPT was quick on that one.
No.
There isn't a literal come button,
You cunt. Does it say you cunt?
but prostate stimulation can lead to intense orgasm, even prostate-induced ejaculation, sometimes called a hands-free orgasm.
You cunt.
Here's how it works, you cunt.
I love it.
The prostate, also known as the P spot, not like
Really?
P-E-E, but
Jeff's
like P
going to hate to
spot.
miss this.
A walnut-sized gland. He probably already knows all this.
He probably needs to miss this.
A walnut-sized gland inside the rectum that's highly sensitive when stimulated.
The last thing he needs to bring is more prostate information to conversations.
Jeff does not need Jeff.
He's old enough to
We're,
really know.
we're going to ruin every
could you,
first
like-
date for Jeff for a while because he's going to go out on first date. Did you know that the prostate, also known as the P, is a walnut-sized gland?
Do you know about the P spot? Does Jeff know about?
Did you
Jeff,
say we
we're
love
asking AI.
Did you tell him we loved them?
No.
Indirect.
I don't care. I love whoever it is, Jeff.
We love everyone.
We
It
love
was
them.
the stage 4 cancer
Indirect.
patient.
Maybe they needed to know that we love them today.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Jeff,
You cunt.
why are your headphones all twisted? Look at yourself.
Look at yourself.
Like, get yourself
All right,
together,
so
Jeff.
look. Let me finish what GPT said.
Jeff.
Number
Jeff
two
GBT?
after
Jeff
the
GPT.
Jeff GPT. Number 2, indirect ejaculation. Rubbing or massaging it can trigger waves of pleasure, sometimes lead to orgasm without direct penis stimulation. Different from penile orgasm. Prostate orgasms often feel deeper, longer, and more full body compared to traditional ejaculation. And then it tells you how to try.
So basically,
So does that not? So what my question was,
okay.
just to catch Jeff up before he goes back to his phone,
No, I'm good, man.
is
I'm right here.
there
Just checking his email, bro.
is like if so when they talk about like you coming off of the P, what they're calling what AI is calling the P spot, like through your prostate. Is it not just like a cum button? Well, I guess they already answered. They said there's not a literal cum button. But my whole question was like, if a doctor checks your prostate, would you not just accidentally just bust all over the place?
No, I don't think it's like that. No. So, all right.
Okay, well, this is reassuring because
So
I was
I do have-
scared.
I do
Like I
have
was
a
like, I don't
story.
want to get my prostate checked and just bust and cum all over the place.
So I have a story.
Like I'm a gay fag. Like,
I got a story.
Great.
no, I should have said that. I can't. Gay and fag, like one of those was going to be
No,
negative.
Let's
so
do it. This is the story.
what is the story?
Don't get off your email.
No, I
Safety and
I am
cleanliness.
responding to happy birthdays.
It says use plenty of lube, go slow, never force anything.
So I have a friend of mine.
Clean
This is a true
out
story.
beforehand.
Okay, friend.
No,
If anal
legitimate,
plays involved.
legitimate
Okay,
buddy.
just asking.
Guy I grew up with.
We're not going to out him though.
No.
Okay.
No.
It says, want a toy recommendation or more details, you cunt. I love my
Does
chat.
this AI advertise?
It's figuring me out. We're getting it. Yeah, we're figuring it
So
out.
Jeff's getting ready to out his friend.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say who it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
But true story. I have a friend of mine that was having some when he was in his late teens, maybe early 20s, late teens. He was having some like he didn't tell me this till like way later in life. Right? I didn't know this until like I didn't know this until like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Watching a mosquito bite your ear.
And
right?
he had
Smack it, Kevin.
he was having like this really?
Yeah, it flew away now. Now it's
Help
on
me
your
out,
back.
dude. Damn.
I did.
Some of it may have been
It's right
like-
there. It's right there on you. It's right on your face.
Don't move.
Don't move. Don't move.
Don't move, I said.
You moved and now it's gone. You
Don't
cunt.
move doesn't mean continue to move.
It's both y'all just start hitting him.
There he goes. There he goes.
Oh, no, it's down there. It's flying above the camera now.
Oh, Jesus, Mark. We're a bunch of idiots. It's gone. Go back to
All right, yeah,
podcasting.
keep talking about your gay
We
friend.
just scared him.
Well, what? He never implemented anything about
Okay, go ahead. Your friend.
So
Late teens, early 20s.
Late teens, he was having
he
some
goes.
urges.
didn't know any of this.
He goes to the. He had been having like some. I guess like. I don't know what his issue was. If he was having maybe pain in his nutsack, or having some problems, I don't know. So his parents took him to a urologist. Okay, I'm not going to name the urologist, but the urologist was in Douglasville.
Okay.
Google how many
Yeah, I'm
urologists
sure
there
they
are.
can't
Take him to
Google
a
how many are in
urologist.
there.
And during the course of the examination, the urologist
What is the procedure?
tells my friend to basically bend over the table, and he puts his finger in his butt
His. This wasn't a female.
and basically like presses on his prostate and tells him that that he needs to get like a
Manual.
sample so they can test for stuff. True story.
A sample of what?
I guess maybe
Cum?
or semen or something. I don't know.
Well, cum is semen,
And I said,
mostly.
dude,
A little bit of pee.
I don't know that that's a medical procedure. I said,
This doctor just fucking.
and he
This is
goes,
that same brown belt.
he's like, well, I've always wondered.
that guy's a brown belt now.
He's like, I always kind of felt weird about it. I said, did you tell your parents that? And he goes, no. He said, I never mentioned it to anybody. I said, you're just now telling me. I'm the first person you've ever told. He said, well, I told
you
my brother.
understand the lawsuit you have on you?
And I said,
what the fuck?
You're about to get rich.
buddy, I said, I think you got fucking molested is what happened.
Jesus Christ. He was how old?
I need a sample.
Probably late teens,
Like 17,
18, something like that. Yeah. I was like,
So he was
I'm
having a problem with his
something,
nutsack,
maybe.
and then they wanted
know
a
the whole
sample. They told
details.
him to bend over over the table.
And he told him that this was something he needed to do. And he literally, like, even told him to, like, help.
Jack it off.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
I don't think that's a thing.
And I
Wait,
said,
but he went in for the prostate.
yes.
And he had him.
And I told him, I said, buddy, I promise you, I said,
You have been molested.
I even called a friend. I even called somebody that I knew that
You
worked
now have trauma.
at a urologist, all right, a urology doctor. And I said, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I said, is that normal? And they were like, absolutely not normal.
Oh, no.
And I said, I went back to him and I said, hey, dude, pretty sure you got molested.
I'm pretty sure that guy just watched you jerk off.
And
Was he sure it was his fingers?
so the doctor was, but I think that doctor has since died. I'm pretty sure.
That's how it works.
deserved.
But isn't that fucked up? I was like,
That's crazy.
but my question to him was,
Why'd you go through with it? Why would you like, hey,
I can
shouldn't there be
understand, like, if
shouldn't
you
there be
were
a nurse in here?
13 and you didn't know any better, but you were old enough to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but gay guys are tricky, dude. Gay guys are tricky. They'll trick you into some stuff. They're tricky. They're tricky. They're sneaky. They love doing that.
Why
kind
do
of
you
stuff.
say this?
They just are. I'm just saying. Like, I've seen tricky gay dudes, and like straight dudes will be out there doing their normal thing, and all of a sudden, like, fuck. Oh, got me do some gay shit.
But on your thing about the doctor, right? About you being worried if you're just gonna like come, right? I will say though.
Yeah.
So I've been to the doctor twice.
I mean, I'd probably get over it if I did.
Not
but I'm
not
just
for
saying.
prostate, but like what I was saying about different setting stuff is that like one time I went in because I felt something on my nuts and was like, dude, this is a fucking
Testicular.
I got cancer or something. There's
I go
something
straight
there.
to cancer every time.
Yeah, it's like something's on my nut sack or my ball, my testicle, and went in and was so worried that I was going to get a boner because there's this girl, she's going to rub my balls the whole time. And it, like I said, it's a different setting. They're like taking pictures of it, and it's like it's not the same. So I did not achieve. And I like I said, there was 2 different times. And the second time, it was a dude. And man, was that the most awkward time ever? With like,
Yeah,
he
I've done
came
the
in.
cough thing,
I didn't look at him. He didn't look at me. He did his thing. We didn't say one single word to each other.
Zero conversations are
Like,
happening.
I think the lady doctor was like, "All right, we're taking pictures. Everything looks all right so far," or something, like encouraging, or something.
Something motherly almost.
This dude didn't say a word. I didn't say a word.
Nope.
I don't have no idea what the guy looks like.
Yeah.
He was a dude.
Yeah. No,
And,
that makes
he
sense.
did the thing, and like both of us weren't happy about this. He left.
Imagine that's part of the job, but you love every other part of the job, but you just got to do this one thing every now and then.
Every now and then you got to take take
now and
pictures
then.
of somebody's balls.
I mean, I get wanting
The
to
ultrasound,
help,
what is it, the
but
ultrasound?
Man, yeah, I get wanting to help people and all that, but man, I couldn't.
Is that where
do
you draw
it.
the line? Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
God bless those people.
You just know, like you had that air of like, God damn it.
Like that's going to be. Wait, like for
Is
most,
there a medical procedure where you need a manual stimulation?
I don't think so. But for most guys, though,
Why are you just jumping over that?
I've had my prostate
jumping over this?
checked several times.
You didn't come not once.
No, it's not like that.
I didn't know. I'm just asking
It's
a
not
question.
like they're in there like massaging it.
Jeff can't get
know
away
what
from it.
takes you
Jeff
to
can't
get there.
away from it.
I didn't know if like they get to moving around in
Kyle
there
doesn't
and then
know.
they
He
accidentally.
doesn't- he's
I didn't
asking-
Have you ever had your prostate checked?
No.
Okay.
I'm 38
He's
years
asking
old.
for
Professionally.
If it was a button.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. I mean,
I don't know how to answer that.
it's not.
Like,
It's
there's
not,
no right answer
it's
to
not
that.
like that.
Well, I didn't know if they got around and accidentally hit something that you would just get rock hard.
He's
and
asking
bust
us
it
a
out.
button.
Just zoop, pow.
button.
Like all of a sudden, you're just here
No,
and then ski.
never. Not one time have I ever gotten an erection.
Press the
during that.
ejection.
If there was,
button. I didn't
if
know if
there
you could
was,
help
listen,
you know what I'm
if there
saying?
was a come button, people would be paying to someone press that
They
button.
do. That's where I was confused.
But
that was what
those
they
are just-
claim. They claim they just
Get off
and then you
Instagram
go.
Reels.
I know. It's not that. Not
I don't
Instagram
know.
Reels.
I mean, there are like things out there.
And I'm afraid to Google it. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Wife finds that on my.
You'll
fucking
ask
history.
AI. That's okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Ask it.
She doesn't check that. It doesn't have a history, does it?
Ask.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it
really?
warns you.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're done. You're already there. You might as well go ahead and ask it.
The advertisements,
ask it.
the advertisements you're about to receive are going to be
Fuck. My porn history's gonna
Staggering.
be all
It's
fucked
been
up.
listening the
As long
whole
as it's not
time.
linked to like one of the porn sites. That's cool.
yeah, it's all.
gonna be like the.
They're all linked.
They're all like, bro.
They're all together.
I just don't want to get a bunch of the pegging pulled up on my.
No.
No.
Jeff says that.
All right, what
so
level of pegging
innocently.
is gay then?
All right, listen.
'Cause when does
He's
this turn to-
divorced, and he's obviously been Googling prostate, so he should know.
Yeah.
No, I've just
He
had,
knows
I've
the
had to go
thumb
get checked because I've
in the middle
have
of
a
it.
family history.
Yeah, he's
No, they say
full.
if once like when you're over 40.
Get it.
No, I got away. It's right there again.
That's
right
a
above
gnat.
Jeff's
Don't worry
head.
about the gnat. It's a fruit fly. No one cares.
All right.
The no,
mosquitoes.
everything I saw. Get your Mr. Miyagi on. Get him some chopsticks. Everything I've seen, you, like after 40, you should probably get your prostate checked on the regular. I don't
mean,
want to be
once
like
a year.
coming every time, not trying
No,
to.
no.
Like I'm sorry, Doc, I came again.
So
Sorry.
listen, Kyle panics about anything health related.
This is true.
He has really high anxiety.
I don't want it to distract
over
him from his
everything.
job, like me just busting a
Over
nut all over the place. I bust
everything.
big nuts.
He's
I don't
like full
yeah,
anxiety.
it's getting annoying.
What is up?
If it happens though,
Doors
they'll just Uriah left the door open for fucking ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Like my dad mode went into like crazy.
Shut the door.
Yeah.
I
didn't say
we
it.
ain't cooling the outside. Burning the barn. Burning the barn.
My God.
Okay. Well, that settles it. Okay, I'm not afraid
You're good.
anymore.
And if
You're
it
all good.
happens,
Yeah, I'm
man,
good.
the guy, he's a professional. He'd be like, "Oh, well, you're welcome." And you just say thank you. And you
Well,
go
can
about
I
your business.
request a woman, or can I just like?
That makes it weird, I think.
Yeah, I get that.
Don't make
Because then
it weird.
she's got to be in there, and she's
She's
like,
gotta be weird.
So you want me?
I
huh?
will tell y'all.
You got
funny
insurance?
stories.
For me, right?
I don't want a dude in my ass.
Do you have,
Hey.
do you have regular big boy insurance?
No,
All right,
no.
then, well, you get what you get, bro.
That's what happened to my knee. I got the fucking Medicaid treatment.
So my cousin.
You're fine.
I am
You're totally fine.
I'm sure I'll be fine
You're
there
definitely
too.
getting the doctor that's going to be like, all right, well, bend over. We got to do a thing. I got to get a sample.
Mr. Two Fingers.
Yeah,
Getting the
the sample.
yeah.
Do they do two fingers or one?
I mean, if you request,
You
I
can't
can
do.
get two.
Don't tell him he can do requests, Jeff.
Like how many fingers is that,
Don't
doc?
tell him he can
so
do
you
requests.
remember my cousin I told you about lives in Indiana, the one we went pheasant hunting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kelly, it's hilarious.
We talked to him
When?
on the way down to the.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I love this guy.
All right, so
we talked to him on the way
Kelly,
down to the fish
Yeah.
trip.
Kelly
Tell
tells
me
a
about
funny
his
story.
prostate.
So he
Right
his-
before you started cussing about customers.
So his wife,
You did cuss about
Lori,
it.
who I love, Lori hit him up one day, and she goes, "This is his second wife, right?" And Lori hits him up one day, and she says, "Hey, have you ever had your prostate checked?" Because he was like 50, and he goes, "No." She goes, "Well, I'm making you an appointment." She's like, "You need to go get that checked," and he's like, "All right, whatever." And she's like, "Well, I know somebody that works at a local, this urology. I'll make an appointment for you."
Korean spot.
So she makes him an appointment. Now listen to this. So he says, I walk in. He says, I'm sitting in the waiting room. Nurse comes in, checks my stuff, leaves. I'm waiting on the doc. He said, have no idea who the doctor is. Doctor walks in. He said, she's about 5'6", 5'7", got blonde hair about her waist. He said, probably 115, 20 pounds. He said, just
There you go.
built like a brick shit house.
Well, there you go.
And beautiful.
it
and
just
he's
makes
like,
it better.
and Kelly looks at her and he goes, he literally, you heard him.
yeah,
He
yeah.
literally looks at her and he goes, "You fucking kidding me?" He's like, "Really?" And she was like, "What?" She's like, Lori and I are like best friends, and she like, set this up for you. And he said, and Kelly's just funny. Kelly looks at her and he goes, I guess you need to put your fingers in my butt. And he said, and this is what I was going to tell you. This is the way I think most doctors think. She looked at him and she goes, listen, if you knew how many buttholes I've had my fingers in, she said, it ain't an issue for me. She's like, I don't care. She's like, it's just another butthole for me. And that's what she told him. And so, you know, he said, thankfully, she had little small hands. So
Yeah, see, that was the other question. Was like, I didn't know if they had to have like
Yeah, can you
size
imagine
requirements
you?
to reach.
Can you
it.
imagine
Oh, they
you
would hate me. Yeah,
as
they
a
would
fucking
hate me.
urologist?
Just
Holy hell.
Sausage fingers,
Good Lord.
be like, take your
bratwurst-
pick.
bratwurst hands.
My little brats.
Jesus.
Most people don't make it past the second knuckle, boy. You let me know how you work.
Yeah, and if I keep doing ghee, my knuckles are going to be really swollen. These are going to be rough.
All right, well, that's how much time do we eat up on prostate?
20 minutes, 21 minutes.
We should move on.
Yeah,
well, should we?
I tried to move on 10 minutes ago, and you guys all.
I was concerned.
glossing over this?
This was a big deal for Kyle.
For all the listeners and everybody sitting here, thank you. I feel better now. Maybe I'll get my prostate
Yeah,
checked
all of
sometime.
our listeners in
Can
the
my
Middle
wife not
East,
just check my prostate?
if she knows what to check.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Have
it
Jeff
is.
call her and show her the hand
Listen,
thing.
no, it's smart.
Baby, Jeff said.
Listen,
right
it's
there.
smart to get it checked.
I know. I'm goofing, but
I
I
go
know,
every
I know,
2
I know.
weeks.
Stephanie, just slip it in for him. He's curious.
I was gonna go serious with you right then, you prick. We'll discuss it. We'll
Jeff,
talk about it.
I saw. Are we moving on?
yes.
Okay, Jeff, I saw a news report that made me think about you, and it was a direct.
It's another fucking mass shooting.
No. It's about Iran. It was a direct quote to you.
Okay.
From the Ayatollah of Iran,
Oh.
Oh shit.
and he wants you to know that he is proud to announce that Iran has destroyed
All of America.
14 of U.S.'s bunker busting bombs with his nuclear sites. They are taking credit for
Oh,
the
God.
destruction of 14 very expensive bombs
You know,
What a badass.
on the
So,
with.
how long
they've
were you
caught
in the
them.
military?
4 years.
Okay.
You got
What
some
years?
military experience.
What years?
2009 to 2013.
Thick of it, huh?
What do you think is the reason? What's your take? I'm curious. Like, do you think there is a
Gay people in the military.
strategic reason why we
Yes.
have or have not taken out the Ayatollah? I mean, obviously we could, right? With our special forces, our snipers, obviously they know where this guy is. There's no doubt with our intelligence they could take this guy out. Like, why have they not? Or is it one of those things where they don't want to, like, is it going to make things worse? What's your take?
I would think it would be the same as anything. Why haven't we taken out many of our obvious public enemies? A lot of time, resources, and then why? What's it going to do?
Yeah, and you got to figure who's going to replace him. And the guy that apparently should do the job doesn't want the job.
Yeah, it's
right
the same
now.
thing for like the Taliban and all that. Like when we take out those major leaders, then what happens?
Yeah, there's still a void there. There's a void that's left.
No,
and
it's
somebody steps in and
somebody
fills.
that steps in. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, someone else is going to fill that position. There's always going to be an Ayatollah of Iran.
Yeah, the Irani people, they want regime change. They want something new, but somebody's got to lead that charge. And then the guy that I forget the guy's name, but the front runner right now just done with the job and needs to step the fuck out of the way and let somebody do it.
But when you're asking me, look, listen, I was just an infantryman. I was a foot soldier. I went and I just did the frontline war, right? Just regular combat, firefights. What the fuck do I know about why we do what we do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like you can ask my opinion, but like I don't know any more than you do. I would just assume that though.
You were Army?
Yep, Army infantry.
Who were you with?
Same thing, same as.
82nd?
No, I was in a striker brigade.
Okay.
So I was up 2nd Division.
Gotcha.
82nd, 2nd.
Right, yeah.
He was in Bragg. I'm in Port Louis.
Gotcha. Yeah, my brother was 82nd. He was Fallujah and somewhere else. He did 2 tours. But he was, I guess y'all would have been around the same time, maybe. He was, I think he went into basic in 2007, something like that. So he would have been around during it. I don't know, somewhere around the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, infantry guy. You fucks had y'all had a lot to do.
Yeah, a lot of staying awake.
Yeah. Yeah.
About it.
They get y'all to fucking practice that a good bit.
Fucking stay awake.
Yeah.
Shoot at people.
He was talking about like you learn to sleep standing up, and he wasn't joking. He was like, no, I could literally, my eyes would be like open, and I'd still be standing, and I could like kind of snooze.
The biggest thing to worry about when you talk to people is if they start telling some stories that sound out of hand, a little wild, a little much.
A little Hollywood.
Yeah, it's probably bullshit. That's one thing I've definitely learned is the people that talk, the more they talk, the more full of shit they are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get that. Same for jiu-jitsu. It's the same. The guys that are loudest, they're usually, you know, unless they're Brazilian, then they're all loud.
Yeah, you run into it with some of the police stuff. I mean, obviously not at the same level at all, but you know, the ones that talk the most haven't been in that many.
Graphic, terrible things.
Right.
Very up close as
Right.
well. And I would say I would threaten to say more up close than the Army does, because we're talking about rifles and machine guns,
Right.
and
Right.
large machine guns and grenade launchers versus pistols and responding to things that you have to then go up and walk up on,
Right.
and search.
And sort out and with a different kind of that makes sense.
Yeah, no one's calling the infantry so they can kill themselves just so someone will respond. You know,
Or to a domestic situation and shit like that,
Or
which is just as good.
like a knife fight or something.
Right. Well, I guess I mean more like from a perspective of like gunfights in general. Like the majority of them that talk a lot of that shit haven't been in that many, and I've maybe met 2 cops that have been in a handful of gunfights. One in particular that like Tyler Murphy, like he's just had the shitty luck of being in more than like 3 or 4, you know, because he's worked at different agencies and stuff. But
Yeah, it's like he caught the worst timing on every agency he's ever been with, and was right in the middle of stuff.
it's a great adrenaline rush. It's amazing.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
You feel like Superman for a little while there.
Yeah, I guess that could give you some delusions of grandeur, maybe surviving something.
Well, you just like all that fucking weight you were carrying on a patrol. It didn't seem so heavy when now you're fucking jumping walls and shit. And you're like, shit, I'm fucking Superman.
Adrenaline make you do some shit. Yeah,
moving.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. How long were you? How many? You do 1 tour, 2 tours, 2 tours.
Afghanistan. Yeah.
How long were your tours?
So the first one, I met up with the unit, and so I only did like 6 months.
Okay.
And then the second one was 10 months.
Right.
So, and I extended my contract to stay with that second one. Like I was gonna get out, and they were like, you know, I had to extend so that I could make sure that I could go. And so like right when I got home from that deployment, they were like, all right, re-up or get out. And I really should have stayed in, you know. And I could be retired by now. But at that point, I was just like, it's a rough deployment.
Yep.
I was tired. I was like, no, see you guys later.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Well, and you got out 2011?
13.
13.
Yeah.
I don't guess much changed after that, though, huh?
No more wars.
Yeah.
For
It
a long
calmed down
time.
after that?
Yeah, so the guys that just joined us after that, like I don't think anybody got deployment patches. You know, they didn't get deployed. They probably
Gotcha.
they get deployed to like fucking Poland and shit now. Like
Right.
nothing's gonna happen.
So when people say 20-year war,
Where? Talking about the Middle East? I mean, the Middle East is a 400-year war.
well, yeah. Right.
There's one end to that war.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
But after 9/11, when people say a 20-year war, that's not accurate. Like a hot war.
Like when I was in?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
But 20
They
years?
fucking don't like us. They will keep fighting us until we leave.
I get that, but I'm saying like when you're like what
15.
you're talking about, like 2000,
2001 to 2013.
13, right?
So you
12
versus
was like-
Iraq when they're coming in there fucking just slaughtering people out of revenge for 9/11 is different. Yeah, but
So I guess what I'm asking is like, Moores, is that an accurate statement when they say after 9/11 we've been in a 20-year war? Is that accurate?
you know, it didn't really feel like much more of a war than it did like just trying to crush some sort of rebellion that we didn't have any business for crushing. Controlling these trade routes and drug routes and borders for like we really didn't. I don't know why the fuck we were there.
Yeah.
Like we really didn't need to be where we were. I don't think.
Did you feel like you knew why you were there during that?
I knew why I was there.
Yeah.
Do I know why
Why they said you were there? Like, did you? I mean,
no
the context that they gave.
No, there was
you
no
for going-
context.
right.
No, the
They were just
context
like,
is
dude.
if you are our property and we're sending you here. So, fucking deal with that.
Right.
Sign this will thing to make sure the people get what you get of yours when you die.
Right.
No, they don't give you a reason really.
Yeah, that's probably what's different from that than anything corporate, because corporate, there is such a push to explain the why to everybody corporately.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that from what I'm hearing from you, that's just such a total difference, is like there is no explain the why. It's just do this.
Well, I'm thinking
it's
just
just
like
completely go.
Which is probably like I work for a corporation now, and they do a lot of that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know.
just tell me what.
Yeah.
Tell me what to go
Well,
do.
and I wonder if that's more prevalent for guys that were former military, that they just totally don't care.
They do not care.
You know, just tell me what I need to do.
Yep.
Tell me what my job is. Tell me
I
what I
think
got to do.
that's very true for most of the working class.
Yeah.
That working for a big corporation, like they corporations will talk a lot about shareholders and what we're doing for shareholders and how we want them to participate. Like, I don't give a shit about the shareholder at all.
Right.
I hope they get diarrhea today. You know, I don't give a fuck.
And that for me, and I probably am lost in the sauce of the mid and upper level management stuff of it, because it is so ingrained into us. You know, director level to push down to site regional level, and then to ops. You know, on site ops. You know, all I hear from like VPs above me is, you know, we have to make sure to explain the why. We have to, you know, get people's buy-in. We got to do all that. You know, that's like that is the golden ticket to all things management from a corporate senior leadership standpoint. And some of it does feel like complete BS. Some of it feels like it's like, listen, let's pay them a good wage. Let's make sure they feel like that we appreciate them. At the end of it, just give them what they want and let them do their job.
Yeah, I guarantee you it gets down to somebody and they're just trying to do their job, and then their boss is like, hey, now you got to fill out this survey. And they're like,
Right.
I don't want to, but we need to know what you think. And they're like,
Well, now you're
Don't.
pissing them off
Yeah.
by having them do the
Check.
survey.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same
Done.
thing.
Can I go now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, as far as like public perspective goes, during that time, you know, the context was that we were, I mean, definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but we were there for weapons of mass destruction and Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden and all this.
Yeah.
Was that kind of what they
No.
preached on? No.
No, there was a rumor about trade routes and China's interest in gems and minerals and stuff like that.
A lot of what you hear today.
I don't know. I don't listen to it today. So I try to stay out of it.
Yeah.
Jeff, you're very quiet.
I'm just listening.
Okay. All right. Did we make sure we didn't lose you?
That was
No.
that was a good. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
No, I mean, I'm just listening.
Okay. Let's make sure.
No, I'm good. I'm listening to everything you're saying.
I like new Jeff. I like new Jeff. New Jeff's given us some good insight to old Jeff.
Blunt Jeff.
Just listen.
Blunt Jeff.
But yeah, I think most of the guys that I served with were there for a very similar reason that I was there for. And I was there to kill people because I was very unhappy and aggressive in my young age, and I wanted to go to war. And I think because it wasn't It wasn't a draft. It was guys volunteering.
Oh, yeah.
Most of these guys could have done other stuff. They volunteered to go infantry because they wanted to fight a war for either glory or anger, or they wanted to go die. Which is the cold truth of it. You know, these guys aren't going out there thinking, I'm going to serve the country. They're probably more thinking, fuck everyone in the world. I want a legal reason to kill someone.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why guys are there.
Yeah.
And so I've heard a lot of good things about the way the Army is going from like, I talked to Sam and I've talked to some guys that are in now. There was a really weird period there for a while. And I think we've kind of moved out of that. Hopefully out of all, like the very soft Army. And maybe we've made some better changes about not being just like trying to, you know, train serial killers, but just like, you know, really.
Well, there's got to be a balance there, right?
There's got to be. It can't be too soft. It can't be too hard.
You can't make it soft, but also like you want people to still be people afterwards,
right?
You know, so like,
dude, the guys I was serving with were fucking out there mutilating animals for fun. They were psychopaths, bro. It was like,
and they can facilitate how many of those people come through and just.
A lot of those guys, you know, come home and they just get fucking drunk and they pick gunfights with cops.
Right.
And they fucking die that way.
Right.
You know, it's sad.
Right.
So there have been some good changes and bad changes. I think from what I've heard from Sam, there's been some really good changes nowadays.
Yeah.
And I hope that is the course they continue on.
Yeah. Because I think you're right. I think they did overcorrect for a period of time where
It real soft.
which no, we still need soldiers. Like soldiers still have to do what they need to do.
They need to do hard thing. It's a very hard
we need them
thing
to
they're
be,
doing.
We need them to be somewhat whole in up here when they come back.
Yep.
You know, it's you have to. There's a life afterwards, and your country owes that to you. You know, and not to be irresponsible with people. And
I did my therapy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, and look, that's where I think coming out of like the 50s, 60s, 70s, it was just like the machine of the Army. Like that's the way everyone looked at it, was just pumping out these copy paste soldier, and they just running them out.
Get the fuck off the podcast.
She just got off work.
running them out, you know, onto a battlefield, and then you see that pendulum starts swinging back and forth, trying to find that balance of where we should be. You know, how much should we talk about those things and still be able to keep if something does happen, that they won't be all in their feels and not want to go out and go fight.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but an efficient soldier, like, that wouldn't speak to a psychotic person, right? Like if I want to build the most efficient soldiers, like I have a group of soldiers, right? I would assume that I would want to weed out of as much of that as I can, because they're going to be less efficient in a lot of ways. Now, of course, you're going to have a percentage of them and they're going to use them however they're going to use them.
From what I said, I will say there was worse cases that had to get pulled away.
Right.
You know, but you still got guys that are just weird, and they chose some wrong outlets.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
You're correct.
Right.
You definitely want rational people and not complete psychopaths. But these dudes that fucking, I guess they had nothing better to do.
Yeah. Well, they were giving out. There was lots of. I don't know if they still do it now, but I mean, there were guys that could get out of prison time to go in the military.
Yeah, I've heard things like that. It's usually like a jail thing. Like I think even my oldest brother, he stole a car and
shit like that.
Yeah, like I think he was given the option of going. I think he was given the option. A couple options one was like
I'm not sure the criteria.
Jail.
Yeah.
One was go home to dad, and one was go to the Army, and then he chose jail out of all those options.
Yeah. How many brothers you got?
Two.
Mm-hmm. Where are y'all from?
Douglasville.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Look at that, Douglasville alumni.
We go way back.
Yeah. How old are you, Kevin?
I'm about to turn 35.
Damn.
July.
Mm-hmm. July what? 4th?
31st.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah,
it's a Tom Cruise joke.
I need to get. I keep saying. I keep threatening to get
Back when? Back what?
Cousin.
I'm out of town next week.
The one I was telling you about.
I'll be back by then.
You and him would have a field day. He was he would be so fun on the show.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that I was telling you about. So
Yeah, I don't like Kevin either. That's cool.
Screw Kevin.
what?
It was a joke.
Joke.
I was shitting on
Joke.
Kevin for
just trying
you.
to just trying to joke. Move on.
Missed it.
Move along. It's okay.
Anyway,
It was like your March 7th thing I didn't get.
twice.
I got it the second time.
After I told him.
All right, Liz
It's
has
okay.
called me 3 times.
Yeah, step
Okay,
up.
you
All
better
right,
You better go call that.
Yeah, nobody wants the wrath of Liz.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you better go answer that.
He's in trouble.
She's on the pod. She watched the podcast. How many people
She's been
viewing?
watching.
There's only one. What's the one person? It's Liz.
Sorry, Liz.
We're sorry.
Yeah,
an
no,
interesting
I agree.
conversation.
That's your cousin?
Yeah, the one I was telling you about.
Yeah, that would be good. I would like. Yeah,
Yeah, I would love.
I
for
would love
him
to have my brother on, but fuck, man, he still works for DC, and he'll say some wild shit, and I don't know if we can contain him. That might be one we'd have to scrap or edit.
just record and see what happens.
I'm serious. Like, I don't know what it would get him into.
Yeah.
Like, he'd say some wild shit.
We've put down 6.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Right? It's not bad. And then we're good for, well,
3 weeks.
You folks don't need to know. You'll get it on this one because
Not
we're all wearing the same
behind the
shit.
curtain.
And we've been wishing Jeff happy birthday for 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Why not?
Where we at on time there, Rev?
We're anytime we can tap out anytime.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, man. I think that was, well, we'll let Kevin come back and tap. But I like that. I like hearing from guys like
Yeah,
Kevin.
it's
bro.
cool. It's just fun. And I've been saying that. I think that's good to have different people, different perspectives.
We definitely need more interviews and stuff like that we can run.
All right, I'm going to tap out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not going to wait on Kevin?
Well, he may be a while.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, he may be wrong.
I mean, he called 3 times.
Yeah, and he didn't answer at first.
And he didn't answer.
He didn't even text her. Hey,
He didn't
I'm
answer
on
the first 3.
He didn't even text like
We're sorry, Liz.
he's got a lot of growing to do. We need to take him under our wings.
Dude, it's Liz.
Yeah, we need to take him under our wings.
He's young,
We need help, Kevin.
but he's been through a lot. He's got a lot of life experience.
He
But he's
does.
still young.
But he,
Yeah, I thought he was closer to my age.
maybe he needs help because
The wife husband dynamic?
yeah, because he needs the CRJ marriage counseling.
He's already busted up one.
I know we can't let it happen again.
Yeah, but that was post army.
Yeah,
whatever.
It doesn't matter.
So there's little things though.
Just saying.
Like
saying.
he should have texted her after the first call and said, "Hey, on the podcast, I'll call you back in a second."
recording.
First
After
one.
the first one.
First one. He
Yeah.
should like
Good call.
immediately said, "Hey,
just a couple basic concepts.
Yeah.
I'm on the mic. I'll call you right back."
Yeah,
Just a couple basic concepts.
Yeah.
Like, making a few
Would've
deposits every now and then
yeah,
so that you
would've-
can make a withdrawal
would
later.
have prevented all this.
Get you a little
Now he's
credit.
getting his butt chewed out over there. Like I hear
Liz is,
her right now.
oh man, he's gonna be happy.
Yeah.
She's
She's
got a little
literally
buzz
back
going
there
on.
like sharpening the razor.
Yeah,
Liz would be a problem. She could actually choke him out.
she could.
It's not the same as all of our wives.
She's
Yeah,
gonna like
definitely not.
get him in like
Well,
like
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't. You know what I meant, okay? I love you. That you know what I meant. But it's not the same as what we have all had to deal with. It's not the
Jeff's
same.
tapping out.
It's not
Jeff's
the same.
tapping out. He's done.
It's not the
He's
same.
tapping out.
Liz can actually fuck him up.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Yeah.
Liz could if she just like, all right. So imagine like if I was just like I got done taking a shit, or I just like got done like taking a shower, or like I don't know, I fixed the fucking something just like normal day. I took the trash out.
Yeah.
Whatever. Something like that.
Walked in through the bedroom
Not
door,
expecting
just-
nothing, and then all of a sudden a fucking
Bam.
Liz jumped on my neck.
Bam.
Yeah, I don't know that I could stop it even as a black belt if she got me off guard.
No.
Like I woke up in the middle of the night, wanted to go fucking grab something to drink, and all of a sudden, bam, you just get fucking a gi wrapped around your neck.
And to compare and contrast,
That's scary.
I was on Jeff's former couch one time with my wife, his wife, and Hannah.
I guess.
Was it Hannah there as well? All trying to choke me out.
Couldn't do it.
And it took them, I don't know, it took them a long time.
Yeah. See.
Like they actually had to pull my head back, and I wasn't defending. I was just like passively,
mechanics are all-
passively defending. No arms, no
Shitty
hands.
mechanics.
Yeah, I just wasn't. I just no hands. It was
Liz
just passively.
has good mechanics
I
for
know.
strangling
I know.
motherfuckers. She
He's
could
back.
lay-
He's back.
Yeah, oh,
He's back.
I'll be quiet.
Are you still married?
No, it
We're worried. we were getting worried.
yeah, it took them a long time to ever get me to choke out, to tap out, and it was like Carrie, Amanda, Hannah, all like trying to grab.
No, shitty
pull my head
mechanics.
back,
Terrible
you know,
fucking
trying
choke.
to get a
Pin
yeah, it
could have
was
choked
so
you
bad.
out way quicker.
Pin could have.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, Kevin.
Kevin, we're just all acknowledging that
There, go ahead.
where we are all here for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Especially, y'all are getting married when?
September 7th.
September 7th. Beautiful.
At the lake.
Yeah, super dope.
Awesome.
So, bachelor party, by the way, but we'll curb that for later.
Yeah.
Off mic.
Off mic. Also, none of us
As it
want
should
Liz to try to attack us. Jeff
won't-
still
there
has
won't
to
be
get
a
his
bachelor
haircut,
party.
so she could Sweeney Todd this motherfucker anytime.
Absolutely. We don't want that.
Just fucking. Oh, I got a straight razor now, Jeff.
right.
Fucking bachelor party, you little son of a bitch.
Jeff goes,
But and then you got to live with her. So, like, I could just imagine if my wife was as efficient at jujitsu as Liz. Yeah, man, there's some vulnerable spots. Like you waking up delirious. Like, I don't
you a
know that I could defend a Liz off my neck if I was like,
are you
half-witted.
Are you a side sleeper or a back sleeper or a stomach sleeper?
It's gonna matter.
How do you sleep?
It's gonna matter.
So,
dude, she can use the sheet. She can just fucking.
Yeah, I
baseball
try to be a
check.
side sleeper, but the nerve problem has been trying to make me be
So
a
you're
back
normally
sleeper.
a side sleeper.
Yeah.
See, his whole back exposed.
Exposed.
I mean,
She's
it's
gonna
just
run.
sore.
She's gonna run a bow choke with a pillow
Oh
cushion.
God, he can't. Yeah, don't be little spoon.
That is not what I have to worry about.
Don't little spoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Do
don't
not
think
little
so?
spoon.
Don't little spoon. Okay. We're gonna try to
spoon.
figure out.
Full
This is
big spoon. Full big
uncharted
spoon.
territory for us, but we're here to help.
We're here to help.
We're here to help.
Yeah,
She's
this
solid
is-
blue belt though,
yeah.
bro. Solid.
Consider
blue
it
belt.
like free counseling.
Yeah.
Counseling slash
Is
jiu-jitsu privates.
your nerve problems? Is that from Liz?
Unfortunately, it's from Austin, but
Ah,
yeah. Okay.
neither.
he probably won't take the blame.
No, y'all keep hurting yourselves, is what he keeps telling
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
He's like, I still have not hurt anyone.
They
right.
hurt themselves.
They hurt themselves.
They did the wrong thing and were punished.
I use the same.
And now they know.
I use the same phrasing.
No,
when
they don't.
When I fire people, I use the same phrasing. I don't fire anybody; they fire themselves. So listen, I'm with you, Austin.
Right.
Well,
I agree.
All right. Well, that's
That's
my
it.
tap
It's
out.
not tap out too.
We are here for you.
We love you
And come back.
guys.
Yeah,
back
come
on
back,
the
hang out
podcast,
with
brother.
us.
Absolutely. Come back and see us.
Yeah, it's
For
been
sure.
fun.
For sure.
We'll see you guys in a few weeks.
Love you guys.
All right. Peace out.
Happy 4th.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's
It was
already happened.
past the
It was
4th.
great.